Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we're going to look at again, another Wyoming whiskey bottle. So far we've done the Wyoming whiskey small batch, which is available almost everywhere. Then we did the Wyoming whiskey T&C liquor store pick, which is available only here locally. And then I did the Wyoming Whiskey Double Cask, which is a sherry cask finish bourbon. Um, I don't know how widely distributed that is, but it's probably available in most places. This is another store pick that I picked up when I was in Casper, Wyoming. Um, and I picked it up for $49.99. The store pick that I picked up here locally was $56.99. So $7 more expensive or $6 more expensive. So here in town, there's I don't even remember. Is there one called Basin, and there's the National Parks version, and there's Wyoming whiskey has just a boatload of whiskeys at this point. They're concocting things. They're breaking stuff out from some of their original bottlings. They have their Outrider. They have just a tremendous number of varieties. Here in town, though, most of those whiskeys are going to be running between $60 and $75, something like that, which is a little bit nutso. If you ask me, on a bottle, you have no idea what you're getting. I don't know if I'm willing to take the chance on that. And because Wyoming whiskey is not the most well-known whiskey at this moment. There's not a ton of reviews out there on some of these. I wouldn't say that they're hard to get. They're probably widely available. They're just not widely reviewed whiskeys. And so I'm not willing to spend that kind of money on those bottlings. I have not had a bad bottle other than the original bottling, which they released too early and it didn't have time to properly age. Um, but post 2015, I have had nothing but good whiskey from Wyoming Whiskey. Big fan of theirs. They make incredible stuff. The store picks seem to be fantastic. And so it was nice to find a store pick that's not completely outrageous. Now, the local one that I bought for what did I say, $56.99, was 107 proof. This one is the Liquor Shed in Casper, Wyoming. That batch, barrel number 5649. This is bottled at 56.5% ABV or 113 proof. Like I said, the local one was 107. So a bit more proof for $7 less. That's always something that is a win in my book. And like I said, just Wyoming whiskey in general has been a really, really great distillery. My wife really likes the store pick that I previously had, the T&C store. On the nose. It is not very ethanol forward in the nose. The proof is not jumping out necessarily. I'm getting a bit of honey. The nose is actually kind of subdued, and it might be because I'm umpteen whiskeys into this shoot already, but honey definitely. Hint of cherry, hint of oak. This very floral vanilla note. Apple blossom with vanilla. The slightest touch of grain. Grain bin, like grain granola, not corn. And a smidge of oak in there. Very, very nice note. I'm getting some graham cracker. That's the combination of of grain with some oak in there. Is that graham cracker? mixed with a touch of sugar. Smells quite sweet and pleasant on the nose. I'm really enjoying that. The proof is not showing up in the palate until 70% of the way, 3/4 of the way through. Forward, it is sweet honey graham cracker. Then you pick up some barrel spice and a dryness on the palate. Then you get this ethanol tinge. It finishes with honey graham cracker. The fruit's not really showing up in the palate so much. And now out of the glass, all I get is graham cracker with just the slightest bit of a cherry in there. And it's kind of interesting that there's this fruit cherry in there because it's very far away from fruit on the palate. I don't really get much of any fruit in the palate. It's vanilla, caramel, graham cracker, grainy, oak, brown sugar. Not a lot of fruit notes coming through in the palate. Second sip. As I just said that, maybe a little bit of cherry up front. A very light cherry, honey, melding into a graham cracker and a barrel / oak tannin, oaky, astringent. Very light on that. It's more oak than astringent. The astringency is kind of what I use as my go-to when it starts to go bitter with a dry component to it. So on the nose, I get a lot of sweet stuff. On the flavor profile, I get mostly sweet stuff. And as you start pushing into that finish, you get just a little bit of ethanol ding, astringency, a little bitterness in there. But it quickly goes away, and it is the lasting flavor characteristics are oak and a sweet honey. So it's got a very nice, light, sweet flavor profile start to finish. You do get that ethanol in there, but it's not killing you. This is drinking more around 100 rather than 114. Very appreciable. I like that. I like that a lot. And for less than what I paid for the original one, I'll take it all day. So go ahead, drop in the comments down below if you have stopped in Casper and been able to pick up a bottle of this Liquor Shed store pick Wyoming whiskey yourself. If not, let me know what you think about Wyoming whiskey in general, what your experiences are, what the prices are in your area on Wyoming whiskey. Have you had the opportunity to check out a store pick? I'd be interested in that. So, nothing bad to say, worth every penny. We're going to finish up this batch shoot with this one because that is 5 or 6 bourbons now. More than enough for any one person to have in a short period of time on an empty stomach. So, you have yourselves a great day. If you haven't already, please consider liking, subscribing, and checking me out on all of my platforms, Minds, BitchUte, and YouTube. And please consider sharing this video with anybody else who you might think would find it interesting and or helpful. Trying to grow the channel, greatly appreciate it. You guys have yourselves a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video when I get around to doing another shoot with a couple more videos. Thanks for watching.